to the hormone, body and soul, in a struggle to be happy and free, swimming in a primitive sea. You and I, we must dive below the surface, a world of red neon and ultramarine, shining bridges on the ocean floor, reaching to the alien shore. For you and me, for you and me, you and me, sex is not a competition. For you and me, sex is not a job description. For you and me, we agree. You and I, we are pressed into these solitudes, color and culture, language and race, just variations on a theme, islands in a much larger stream. Yeah. For you and me, race is not a competition. For you and me, race is not a definition. For you and me, we agree. Reaching for the alien shore. Reaching for the alien shore. Reaching for the alien shore. You and I, we reject these narrow attitudes. We add to each other like a coral reef, building bridges on the ocean floor, reaching for the alien shore. For you and me, sex is not a competition. For you and me, race is not a definition. For you and me, we hold these truths to be self-evident. For you and me, we elect each other president. For you and me, we might agree. But that's just us, reaching for the alien shore. That's just us, reaching for the alien shore. That's
Alien Shore. Wow, that was pretty cool. I always love the difference. I like listening to the guitar solo parts and also the bass line, because I noticed that in every single one of these Rush songs that I've heard so far, every single one of them has been different. That's one thing I can always tell. There, every single song of Rush is always different, right? Am I right? Like each, and then Neil with his writing ability, I still have to get his books. I know some of you guys have told me, suggested I get some of his books to read, and I really want to, and I understand that. I think Geddy wrote a book too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I really need to start doing some more reading. Yes, make my brain bigger. I like that sex does not discriminate, you know, like make one bigger better than the other, and race is the same thing, you know, and that's just us, you know, whatever you guys decide to do on the opposite side of the other country, that's on you, but we agree that we're not going to divide ourselves with race or you know, sex or color or religion or stuff like that. That's what I kind of get from that. Not saying too much about America, the divided states of America. I better not get too political. So let's go on to the next song, shall we? Let's go.
Nobody laughs and nobody sleeps. In the house where love lies dying and the shadows creep. A little girl hides shaking with her hands on her ears, pushing back the tears till the pain disappears. Mama said some ugly words, Daddy pounds the wall. They can fight about that little girl later. Right now they don't care at all. No matter what they say, no matter what they say, no matter what they say, no matter what they say. Everyday people, everyday shame, everyday promise shut down in flames. Everyday sunrise, another everyday story. Rise from the ashes, place of everyday glory. Rise from the ashes, a blaze of everyday glory. In the city where nobody smiles and nobody dreams. In the city where desperation drives the poor to extremes. Just one spark of decency against the scarlet's night. One blow of hope and dignity, a child can follow the light. No matter what they say, no matter what they say, no matter what they say, no matter what they say. Everyday people, everyday shame, everyday promise.
Wow, Everyday Glory. What a beautiful song. I mean, I don't know where Neil gets all his inspirations, but wow, it's a beautiful song. I don't know what his meaning was behind this song. I'm sure everybody has his own interpretations, but I'm gonna give it to you what I hear just from hearing the song for the first time. So in the beginning, they talk about a little girl, you know, shivering or shaking or whatever, and she's scared. She hears her parents arguing. She hears her parents fighting. They're angry, they're mad. I mean, that's what a lot of parents do, right? I mean, I in the house that I grew up with, my parents were always fighting. They were like, every day they were fighting. I think they fought more than me and my brother did. We were more like the parents and they were like the kids. That's what we always like to think about it. But, you know, it's like, even though I grew up with a family where my parents were constantly bickering, constantly arguing, like everyday thing, but it didn't change my outlook on life. You know, I still found, I think that's what this is about, to me anyways. I still found, you know, light, God in anything, you know, was just everyday glory, right? So like people are going about their day and they're struggling, they're frustrated, they're irritated, they're upset, especially if they get stuck in traffic or they're late, you know. And I think that people too much, they get overwhelmed. I mean, there's lots of times I get overwhelmed and I have to like stop myself and not get upset. You know, there's people who get upset because they're late or they want to try to go somewhere and they get stuck behind a train. You know, some trains are pretty long, and I still love trains to this day. And even if I get stuck behind a train, I don't get upset. I think it's because when I was a child, and my mom, whenever we would get stuck behind a train, she'd always get excited, say, "Oh, let's count how many cars there are." And then we would count them and we would talk about it, and where's the caboose? You know, and she would make it fun. You know, instead of getting upset, instead of getting frustrated or annoyed because we got stuck behind a train, she made it fun. And I think that made it so that, you know, I guess it's kind of like this, right? She found a way to find something like that and just make it an everyday glory, like to be happy and to thank God for every single beautiful moment that we have in our life. And even though things that may seem kind of bleak, and like, you know, I like the saying where if you lose your job, you know, you got to use it as like a you know, like a death, because that's how I feel like it is, right? And you mourn for a time and then you move on. And I always like the saying where one door closes and no one opens, and it may not open right away. Sometimes it tests us, you know, like how calm can we be? How happy can we be in everyday situation, you know, and to not get all upset and stressed out and worry, because, you know, the future is brighter if we look at it that way, and especially in today's economy. And, you know, I get frustrated when the headphones are on my ears and then I'm trying to talk to you guys and it's like, all I hear is muffling. I feel more free now. Like, you guys like my mug? Isn't it cute? It's my little fox mug. I'm drinking coffee today because I just need some coffee. I need to pick me up. I've just been so like tired and exhausted lately because I've been doing so much. I took one of my girls, Nala, to get spayed yesterday, and it was really hard for me. I've been putting off for a long time to get her spayed, and I just want to do it because I want her to accidentally escape and then get pregnant, and then I get so attached to the kittens. It's hard for me to give them away. I have a really hard time. I want to keep them all. So I finally did that. I feel a little bit proud of myself that I did that. It's like everyday glory, right? You know, I feel it was hard, and she's resting now, but you know, with the cone of shame around her head. So poor baby. And I have a few more that I have to do eventually. But I got off topic, didn't I? I got sidetracked. I got distracted and sidetracked. Sidetracked? Sure, why not? I create words every day. Anyways, what was I talking about? Rush. Yes. So, everyday glory. Right on. Have you been drinking, Whimsy? No, I have not been drinking. Maybe I have. No, I swear. I promise you, this is just coffee. You see? Coffee. You see coffee. Ooh, I'm almost done my coffee. I don't want to spill my coffee. Okay. Okay, Zabeth, that's enough of that. Time to say goodbye to your fans. Do I have any fans out there? I don't know. I think there's quite a few handful of you guys who watch me. A handful, I say. Sometimes I think, oh, we just want to see you for Rush. We don't really care to see you, Zabeth. We just want to see you react to our favorite band. Yes, I know. Rush is becoming one of my favorite bands too. Yes. Okay, where was I going with this? I don't know. Anyways, guys, I think I shall have to end this video. Otherwise, I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm feeling a little wacky. Maybe it's coffee. Coffee. I love coffee. All right, guys, I need to know. Are you guys? I need to know this. This is very important. Okay, are you guys coffee drinkers or are you tea drinkers? Or are you a combination of both? Me, I prefer coffee in the morning. I cannot function without coffee in the morning. And then I like to drink chamomile tea at night. And if it's during the day, I like green tea, jasmine green tea. Anyways, guys, so let me know in the comment section below. Are you a tea drinker or a coffee drinker or both? And what's your favorite type of tea if you drink tea? Anyways, until next time, I love all my subscribers. I love all you guys. And I'm starting to do this where I add you guys' names in the ends of the credits of the videos because it's just this random. I don't pick and choose who ends up here. So if your name's up here, hi. And if it's not, well, you'll be in there next time. Just keep on watching. Anyways, guys, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.